Hi everyone and welcome back. So this is going to be a really quick review slash a try on of the 100% Pure Pretty Naked 2 palette. I've featured this palette in a bunch of my other videos, so if you've seen it then no need to watch this, but I wanted to make a video for someone who was just wondering about the palette itself, so I wanted to do it quick and sort of if they haven't seen any of my other videos then this would be helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of like the palette, the swatches, and then we'll put it on my eyes and you guys will be able to see it in action. It is $47, which I think is pretty comparable to a lot of your conventional makeup palettes that you get in like Sephora, as far as your Too Faced or Urban Decay go. And this is natural, it's made from fruit pigments, and it's very, very clean, which is why I think $47 is a perfectly good price for it. It is simple and it kind of gives you all your face colors in one palette, which is great for travel. And if you're just getting into makeup, or if you're somebody who doesn't like to have lots of makeup, then this is, I think, a great way to go, especially in the green beauty market. So let's go ahead and take a look at the palette. So the palette itself comes in a cardboard packaging, which I actually like. It's really good for travel. All your powders in there are secure, so they're not going to break, and it's good for the environment. So that's why I like this cardboard packaging. When you open it up, you get a full-size mirror inside, so if you're traveling with this, then no need to sort of carry a mirror with you. You can use this and get your look, and you could probably use it for other stuff as well. So you get a full-size mirror, which is again a wonderful thing, and then you'll be able to see all of your shades. You get two face shades, so you get a luminizer, you get a blush, and then you get 3 eyeshadow shades, and you can sort of do a day look or a night look from this. If you look in the back, you get your full list of ingredients as well as what all the shades are called, which I think is great, if you want to buy them separately, or if you just want to sort of refer to them by shades. I think it's just something nice. I really do like the packaging. It's very well thought out. Let's go ahead and look at some of the swatches for the products. Here we have swatches of the luminizer and the blush. The luminizer is called Lume and the blush is called Afterglow. The luminizer has a soft pinkish pearly undertone, and the blush has sort of a pinky coral shade, which both of them are very, very flattering on many different skin tones. Here are the swatches for our eyeshadows, from lightest to the darkest. The first one we have is called Beam, which is shimmery taupe shade, which is my favorite out of the whole palette. The second one we have is a cool tone brown called Splendor. And the last one that we have is a deep purple, which is called Vivid. You guys have seen all the swatches. I'm going to go ahead and put them on my eyes and talk about the palette as I go along, so you can get some more information on it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and put the face products on first, and we'll get started with the luminizer with the little fan brush. This is probably my favorite product out of the whole palette, and you get a ton of it and it'll last you for a very, very long time. So I'm going to go ahead and just sort of dust it along my cheekbones. It's amazing. It gives you a really pretty glow without having any nasties in your product, so that's great. And what I do is I also use this as an eyeshadow when I need to. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it today. It's a wonderful shade for like your inner corner or highlight shade, or just if you want a shimmery eyeshadow. This works really, really well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the blush now, which is pretty simple, but that's what I like about it, is that it's wearable for every single day. And that is all. This is why I like this palette so much, because you can have your day and evening look in the same palette, and you can get sort of a really simple everyday makeup and not have to sort of fuss about opening several different things as far as eyeshadows and a luminizer and a blush goes. And that's why I think it's wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and put on the eyeshadows now. So the luminizer I love. The blush I can use on a daily basis. I really like it. I think it's a flattering shade for a lot of different skin tones, and it just looks pretty all around. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the shadows, and I'll show you my favorite ones. And there is one shadow which I'm not fond of, I'll be very honest, but I still think it's workable if you're interested in the palette. But I just personally don't like it. Maybe it's just I don't know how to work with it. Who knows? So I'm going to go ahead and just go with a regular shadow brush and take the shimmery taupe color in the center right here, and then put that all over my lid. There is fallout from the shadow, so, you know, do be careful. There you go. We have the base shade on our lids on both eyes. This shade alone just looks extremely beautiful, and most of the time I just wear this shade and then I'll have my eyeliner and mascara, and I think I'm done. But I want to show you the other two shades just so you can see how they work. The next thing I'm going to do is just take a crease brush and take the middle cool tone brown shade, which I think is good for, you know, transitioning, and if you want to sort of just give your eyes more definition. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my crease and just blend inwards because I don't want to create a big mess. And this usually is like my evening look. So during the day, I'll just put on the shimmery shade all over, and then if I want to kind of smoke it out, I will smoke it out with this brown. So between these four shades, I am all set. But I will show you the last shade just so you can see it in action, but I really don't like to work with it, in just my honest opinion. I wish they would have probably given maybe a deeper brown shade. I just don't understand why there's a purple in here when all the others kind of, all four of these shades I think go together very well, and then this purple just like sticks out almost, so I'm not sure why. See, so all done. That just, I think, looks beautiful on its own. Just the middle two shades make a wonderful eye look. But I'm going to take the last shade, which is the shade itself is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's like a purple with like sort of like red sort of flakes in there. I can't even put my finger on it, but I just don't think it performs very well. I'm just going to try to put this sort of like all the way at the end to see if I can just kind of smoke up that area a little bit. But because these shadows have a lot of fallout, I mean, given that they're, you know, natural and made from fruit pigments, this shade just tends to like create a big freaking mess for me every single time. But I'm going to go ahead and just take a cleaner blending brush and sort of just blend inwards. And the only problem I have with this shade, you know, other than the whole fallout, it's just I feel like it applies very patchy. So sometimes you get like good applications, sometimes you don't, which just I think creates a lot of mess and takes longer sort of to work with. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it inwards again. See, it just doesn't blend very well. I don't know, it's just patchy, or maybe it's just me. I just personally don't like this shade. Oh man, look at that. See? I don't know. And then once that happens, it just becomes so much more difficult to even blend that in further. I'll just be sitting here just going like this, just trying to blend it in, but it's really, really difficult. The other two shades blend very, very well, and they're very easy to work with, but this just creates a real big mess for me every single time. So that's that. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I do, you know, how I use the highlight shade as well. So I'm just going to take another sort of brush and just take the highlight shade at the tip of the brush and go in my inner corners right over here just to give that highlight in there. And I think that's why this shade is just so beautiful and versatile. I love it. Beautiful. I'm going to also take up a little bit of product and just sort of go under the brow bone right here, or on the brow bone, shall I say, right? And then just take a brush and try to blend the crap out of this raccoon over here that I have created. But anyways, I'm just it doesn't look too bad, but still. So this is what you get from this palette. I think it's beautiful. I think it's great for everyday use. So if you're interested in it, I highly recommend the palette. They also have two other palettes which I haven't tried, but hopefully in the future. But I do like this one. I'm getting a good use out of it. It is good for 6 months after you start using it, so do keep that in mind. Don't buy like all 3 palettes at once. even if you find them on sale, because I think they might go bad, right? So, and with green products, I recommend sticking to the actual expiration of the product. I just think it's safer that way. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on, just, you know, so you guys can see full look. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. Please let me know if it was helpful or not, and if you want to see more sort of like a smaller product reviews, because other videos of mine tend to be longer, and I will try to make that happen. So you let me know. If you have personally used this palette, please comment down below and let me know about your experience, and let others know as well, so they can make an informed decision if they want to go ahead and purchase the palette or not. And if you have any recommendations for me, I'd love to know and try them out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye for now.